destination. The chemtrail is not a contrail. It's a chemtrail. Chemtrail is not a contrail. It's a chemtrail. Chemtrails spreading chemical disease. Microbial entities. Chemtrails clear across the sky. Chemtrails right before our eyes. Chemtrails plasmatize the air. For psychotronic warfare. Chemtrails bringing on the drought. Look up. There's a lot of them about. What a chemtrail. It's not a contrail. It's a chemtrail. Chemtrail is not a contrail. It's a chemtrail. Look out. It'll put the slave back in the collar. They'll put the weight back on the dollar.
Well, it's a warm welcome back on the outskirts of Canberra, and I'm heading to a place called Dam and Gibraltar Falls. I have pretty much the same expression every time I fly, after I fly. It's pure joy. Yeah, that was pretty cool actually. Nice dam, nice flying, and if only I could get out onto the walkway. Welcome to Gibraltar Falls. Gibraltar? Isn't that in Spain or South America? I don't know why it's called Gibraltar Falls in Australia, but it's a waterfall. It's not quite Iceland, but... Oh yeah, we know what that means. I don't know if you're really quite ready for this. Behind the camera. Wow. Absolutely stunning. Ready? Slowly. Slowly. I hope it comes out in camera. I don't know what else to say, but damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the amazing landscape. Ah, how picturesque is that? Sup? Sup, cows? Like I just said on Snapchat, wow, I just had one of those moments where you see an amazing sunset and you just don't want to leave. I'm just sitting at the top of this hill, and at the back of the camera it looks like Tuscany. It's wow, and there's clouds, amazing clouds in every direction. Yeah, one of those moments. So as always, like, thumbs up, subscribe down here maybe, subscribe, comment. Thanks for the support. I enjoy this. It's somewhat therapeutic. I remember watching another vlogger, and they said that they'd stopped doing it for a little while and then they had to come back because it felt like it was their therapy, their means of talking to someone, even though that someone is you in there. And you know, getting things maybe off their chest or whatnot. But yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow, or maybe the next day. Well, maybe when we do. What's up, vlog? Michael's vlog. What up?
Gary,
what
yay.
up?
What up, guys? What are you doing? Just thought I'd do a quick little video of I'm going away for 4 weeks. Going down to Canberra for a week for a rally. Then I have 5 days, and then I have another rally down in Bega, and then I'm spending another week coming back up. So 27 days I think I'm away, and this is all I'm taking. I'm not going to go through it all because that was a really long video last time. Like I said, I'm doing a rally, part of the Australian Rally Championship, and I'm doing video this time, and stills and drone and everything, so it's quite the undertaking, but this is all the stuff I need. And then afterwards another rally in Bega for the same team, the Repco Rally team, and in between that I've got some work with some companies, doing some travel stuff and whatnot. So yeah, this is all the gear. Probably don't need it all, but anyway, clothes bag with some power cords and whatnot, big slider, 2 tripods for video work, 2 tripods for still, and another small slider, camera gear, more camera gear, and an inverter that I just got that I want to try out. That's my laptop bag with some stuff in it, clothes. drone bag, camera bag. I'll be sleeping in the car again, which is cool. I liked it last time, it was great. Hope you're enjoying the Byron videos. Well, the trip up to Byron, still getting through them. Got a couple more that are scheduled over the next kind of week, and then I can get stuck into the WA ones. But yeah, so just a short one, short and sweet. Hope everyone's having a great week, and we'll see you in Canberra. So as always, make sure to comment, subscribe, thumbs up, and yeah, follow me on Snapchat as well. VETTEV. I'll put it just here next to my mouth. Snapchat. So we'll see you in Canberra. See you in Canberra. See you in Canberra. See you in.
Well guys, it's summer here. As of the 1st of December in the Southern Hemisphere, it's summer. And according to news.com.au, we have snow falling in Australia in summertime. However, unfortunately, Australians can't rely on their media to give them an in-depth explanation of why that is happening. Instead, news.com.au, and let's not forget it's owned by News Limited, Rupert Murdoch, so basically directly connected to the establishment. And so we have these journalists employed by these types of corporations just basically writing this garbage, treating the Australian public like they are absolute idiots about a very unusual phenomenon of, snow in summer. Now, I'm not saying that it's never snowed in the Australian Alps in December before. What I'm saying is that it's not usual. We may have from time to time a cold front come through, and yes, there may be a thin ice or a thin snow, but not 20 centimetres. And if Anthony Sharwood, the journalist that had the, audacity to try and pass this off as an article, I mean, if he just looked a little further, and I'm sure he probably has, but the directive is to play it down, not to investigate. As I said, it's owned by News Limited. All of our media, 90% of all of the lamestream media is fully owned by the establishment, as in they are owned, their ass is owned. The media just report on what the establishment want them to say. And if they fall out of line, well, then we see what happens. We saw what happened to the Murdochs, and they jumped back into line, pretty quickly, didn't they? And this is because we can't rely on them for information, because they try and make out that this is just some funny, comical event, when in fact, if we start looking at all the events together, if we open up our little box of existence that we're all forced to exist within, because that's what they've actually done to us. They've put us in these little boxes. So if we actually look outside of that little box of what news.com.au are telling us, see, we seem to think that because we've got all of this technology and all of this media, we're really informed. No, we're really programmed, okay? Because what happens is people just go and regurgitate and ingest all of the programming like this, okay? They don't actually go and investigate it further. They read articles by people that try and pass themselves off as journalists, like this dude, and they think, oh, it's just all a big joke, it's all fun, it's all, nothing to think much about, and they don't look further into it, and therefore they don't really have an understanding of how this is connected to all of these other events across the planet. And even though this Anthony guy tries to make out that, this is completely normal. It's not. I've had a look at snowfall records. I couldn't find anything much in December because pretty much they all finish in October, all the graphs. And I think there was only one on record where the season went to as late as November in the 1970s that I could find. So if somebody can find some other statistics for me, thank you. I would appreciate that. But as far as I can find, this isn't a normal event, okay? Snow falling in Australia is not normal, Anthony. And so you're either really ignorant, Anthony, and you shouldn't really call yourself a journalist if that's how ignorant you are, or you just don't care that the Australian people are not really informed about the massive climate, weather changes and events that are currently taking place across our planet. Now, I'm not talking how they've hijacked this climate change, fear stuff and tried to use it as an agenda, because that's what they've done. I'm talking about the real, actual shifts in weather and climate and severe weather events and how they've all been accelerating and actually ramping up. And so we see events like this now happening in Australia because it started to ramp up that much that now the southern hemisphere has been affected by these weather conditions. And these weather conditions are connected because we have a huge ice storm, okay, now continuing on across the US, and it's about to affect places like Texas and Ohio and, even northern and southern California. Huge, losses of power. I mean, they're saying millions, okay, millions without power. They were saying like for a week. Now we know what their week is, okay, so anyone living in those areas, St. Louis, Memphis, Little Rock, Dallas, if you haven't got some supplies, well, maybe you should, because, a week for them, I've seen what their weeks are. And you don't want to leave yourself stuck, even if it's just down the road to get supplies, you may not be able to go down the road to get supplies. If there's no power on, you've got to imagine, how that's going to just affect everything. And, we also see this over in the UK as well. Okay, there's Arctic storms happening there. They're saying like 70-year records being broken and, all of this other stuff, where they've never seen it before like this. And, guys, I don't know what it's going to take for people to start joining the dots. Everyone wants to keep worrying about politics all the time and worrying about, the bullshit. And I actually had someone say to me the other day, how can you be concerned about the sun when there's more important stuff going on? I just couldn't even fathom someone saying that. Like someone actually thinking that we have any real say and determination in our future. That's just fucking laughable to me, that people have that little understanding of the situation we're now facing. This is coming, people. There is no outdoor. No, I don't want to take this journey, thank you. I'll just create a new reality over here. No. And you know what? Even though this is only being felt now in some places like, the UK and parts of the US, and of course parts of Australia now, because, we get snow in Australia now in summer. Well, that doesn't mean that anyone that's not experiencing these severe weather events are getting off without being affected, because we're all going to be affected eventually. As I said, it's like this acceleration of events, of climatic events. And it's interesting that this really severe cold weather has basically been very synchronistically timed with Comet Ison's perihelion. And just after Comet Ison went around the sun, we've now seen the sun start to get active again. Okay, and we're even active now, whereas we were very active before. And now, since ice on past the sun, we're starting to get more activity. We're starting to feel the effects of the solar activity more. Now, they say quiet, but I've seen times where this graph here had nothing on it. That's what I consider quiet. So we seem to be feeling the activity on the sun, and this is what I'm paying attention to. And so this has all been very synchronistically tied to ISON passing the sun, and now we get all of these huge climatic changes, you know, and they're saying, as I said, record, you know, breaking weather. There's lots of different articles you can find if you want to have a look for more information, but you know, it's not good. So anyway, I will leave it here, guys. I just wanted to make a note that we are now seeing snow in Australia, and you know, if you are Australian, then this is completely normal, okay? According to News Limited and the journalists at News Limited. All right, this isn't an extremely significant event where we should look further into why these changes are happening in our country and perhaps what that may mean for our future and perhaps in preparation. But no, we'll just laugh this off as something that is completely comical and ridiculous. And let's just leave it at that, shall we? And that'll keep the herd nice and happy as they sleepwalk into oblivion. Well, I'll post everything underneath, guys. And as always, peace out.
This is a song about the old town of Jindabyne, which, as you probably know, as you drive through Jindabyne going up towards the snow, it's on your right, but down a fair way, under the water. It's time to say goodbye to Jindabyne. It's been my home these 50 years of time. And the mountains with their winter snow and the snowy river down below, whispering farewell to Jindabyne. And so farewell, old home of mine. They're gonna flood the valley and the town of Jindabyne. Said to me, upon this spot I'm gonna plant a tree, tall and strong and made of pine, to mark the spot that I made mine. You'll make yours, my boy, in time to be. Here we go. And so farewell, old home of mine. They're gonna flood the valley and the town of Jindabyne. It don't hurt to have my say. Well, the young will say I'm old, I've had my day. And they'll dam the waters from those hills, even though an old man feels things around the good Lord meant to stay. And so farewell, old home of mine. They're gonna flood the valley and the town of Jindabyne. Jindabyne at last becomes a lake, my eyes will see the ways my heart will take. A trip beneath that surface blue, down the years of memory true, this at last will eat my yearning ache.